saw the principles, really a lot of principles that we had used already most of our lives. And but what the thing that I saw with financial peace is that it was very organized. We had never organized it just the way it was, and it was laid out to you in a plan that you could follow, and I think it makes it very simple, gives you a very simple, organized plan to follow. Well, I think that people, one of the problems we have in the American society, as I see it, is that there's no formal training on how people should handle their finances. They're never really taught this in school, and so most people just have to fend for themselves out there. This just lays it all out for you, and I think what we feel like that at our station in life and whatnot, it would be great to, in fact, we've offered it to all of our grandchildren and our children to take it, and we really encourage them to do it. And I think people that feel like maybe if they don't really need it, they can learn it, and then they can mentor other people with it.
Well, I think one of the things I learned is, as Charlie said, while we didn't really have a plan as it's laid out with the Dave Ramsey course, it made me realize if you don't have a plan, you're probably not going to succeed. We were fortunate in that we came up with our own plan, and at one point when we were first married, our daily goal was to be able to save $5 a month, and we managed to do that, and now thank goodness we've been able to put much more than that aside. The thing that it really impressed me about is that when we offered it to our granddaughter, who was recently married, she told me later, they took it, and she told me later when they went to look for an apartment, she said without that we would not have had a clue what we could really afford for an apartment. But with this plan that we've already been through, and we had the workbook and we did our budget, we knew exactly how much we could afford for rent. And that was really heartwarming to hear when we had, not been sure how they would feel about taking it, and when they did and it proved to be something that they are working together, that's been really a plus.
Well, financial peace, I think it's just a great plan for people to follow. I deal with a lot of clients that obviously don't have a real good plan, and so I see this on a daily basis, and I feel for these people that don't have a good financial plan, and their finances really are in a mess. And I would highly encourage them to take financial peace. It would straighten out their finances, and it would give them real financial peace.
Just one other thing I'm thinking is that when you are at the station in life that we are at this age, you may feel like you really don't need it. Whatever you've done has worked for you, and that's great. But I really felt like with us wanting our children and grandchildren to take the course, we would be remiss if we didn't take it. And that was one reason we wanted to do it. Another reason was because our church asked us to do it, and it was such an easy thing to do. Our young people have so many temptations that we didn't have. We didn't have the temptation of receiving a credit card every other week that you could just start spending. And so in some ways it was a little easier for us. So if you take it for no other reason than to be a mentor to your grandchildren or to young friends, just being a mentor in itself is a wonderful reason to take it.